Now I will be addressing this kind of YouTube title clickbait. So as I was saying the other day, B9TLs as well as Citaros are not able to kick down. And this one I'm specifically referring to Wrights. Most of the information in this video is going to be quoted from my friend. I did not come up with all of this. It is from someone who has some knowledge regarding this matter. So to start things off, as a matter of fact, they disabled kickdown from the factory. So modern day buses, their gearboxes are all computer programmed, and I'm gonna give you like one kind of like exception. So because they are computer programmed, I think Taro Transit has like just one Citaro, just one unit that is actually able to kick down. But I don't know the regal of this. I just know that there was like some bus enthusiasts working as a Taro Transit mechanic. They actually went to like program the gearbox to re-enable like it to kick down, but it's only one Citaro. So if you reprogram the gearbox, you can actually do some things like this. But otherwise, like under normal circumstances, you actually have to like so-called confuse the gearbox in order to even do it in the first place. But even when you do it, it's not even a true kickdown in the first place. Because kickdown by definition is that you actually have to step on the accelerator and you have to intentionally intentionally downshift it, floor it, rev it. I don't know what the proper term is, but it has to come from like a human action, and it's not like the gearbox automatically adjusting things. So if it's automatic, it's not even like a true kickdown in the first place. So Comfort Delgro is the distributor for like Volvo buses in Singapore, and the B9TLs that like, especially the ones that stayed with SBS Transit, because SBS Transit is like a subsidiary of ComfortDelGro, they do something that's called eco tuning. So this is like further tuning the bus. So to like, be more so-called environmentally friendly, save on fuel, save on yada yada yada. I don't know the specifics, but yes, I do know that some units were actually eco-tuned. And then when some of these buses got transferred over to like Go Ahead, some of these units, like my friend quoted 3433, even after they got transferred over, they are still eco-tuned in a way down-tuned till this day. Because you can think of it that like in general, Citaros and B9TLs, the ones that cannot kick down, most of these units they have been down-tuned, and a more so-called sophisticated term for down-tune in this context is eco-tuning. That's because like when you like kick down, you have to rev. And buses that have been eco-tuned, they just don't like rev as much, and they have tendencies to like go up the gears like really 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 fast. Especially on buses with like 6 gears or 5 gears. But in Singapore's context, we did have buses that like had 5 gears. I think it was like SBS 1688K, it was like ZF Ecomat 5HP 590. I think that was one of them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but nowadays a lot of the Ecolives, ZF Ecolives, they have like 6 gearboxes. The Voives, I'm not too sure. So even when you like step fully, like you step down on the accelerator fully, trying to make the bus downshift, the bus will just like go up the gears really fast. So when I say like B9TLs by definition cannot kick down, that's only really referring to like the SBS transit ones. I was also told by my friend that like KMB in Hong Kong, theirs actually are able to like kick down, but over time they have become disabled. Like they disabled over time. I mean they disabled the kick down so-called function over time. And the other reason why B9TLs specifically are not able to kick down. Okay, for Citaros it's more of like, oh, it's down tuned and then it shifts up really fast and stuff like that. But for B9TL specifically, it has got something to do with topodin and something more commonly known by enthusiasts as like sensor top. So sensor top is something like an automatic programming. So this automatic programming, it sort of like determines when the bus needs to be downshifted. And when this happens, it's all automatic. Not by human action, it's automatic. And if you see the bus like, so-called revving a lot, like on an incline, that one isn't a kickdown or anything. That one's just the sensor top adjusting. Like if you're on a flat surface, the bus captain, they technically can mess with the accelerator to get the bus to perform a so-called kickdown. And what I mean by this so-called kickdown, which is like not a true kickdown, is that it is essentially tricking the gearbox to make it think that it needs to downshift. Because of the human action you perform on it. But the thing is, in this case, it's not like, okay, the BC steps on the accelerator and the bus is gonna downshift, like automatically. I mean, it's like what you're doing is basically what I've explained. You're tricking it. You're like confusing the gearbox, but you are making the gearbox automatically downshift. You are not making the bus downshift yourself. You're just confusing the gearbox. So that is sort of the difference. So a better way to explain this is probably like, yes, in both cases, like a true kickdown and a so-called sensor top, so-called kickdown, yes, you have human input. But the thing is, for like real kickdowns, the BC is the one that makes the bus downshift. But in the sensor top case, you are just tricking the gearbox. But the gearbox is the one still that's like still automatically doing the work, downshifting for you. And because of that, it's not even a true kickdown in the first place. It's just the gearbox automatically adjusting its so-called settings. Because when you take a look at YouTube, okay, at least for this video, Topodin Live and holding of gears and stuff like that, that's essentially tricking the gearbox. At least this video did specify. The next one, they are just saying red line kickdowns as a form of clickbait. And then there's London, KMB, sensor top kickdown. like in parentheses, which is technically correct. Sensor top, yes. Red line void kickdowns. Again, this one didn't really specify. Maxon, he did not say red kickdown. He understands like the distinction. Kickdowns again. Brutally forced to redline. Okay, basically this, even though you know this is clickbait, what this is basically saying is that the bus captain tricking the gearbox. Yes, I know it's like this video's title is like phrased rather like it's like phrased in a really exaggerated fashion, but it basically explains what I just explained just now. Stuff like that. Epic voice kickdown. Being trashed out. Okay, this one is like by definition wrong. Void kickdown also wrong. This one didn't specify as well. Zagaf equal life kickdown, which also didn't specify. Thankfully, most of the videos that I'm finding right here are actually not from Singapore. Otherwise, it's like a huge conceptual misunderstanding. Another clickbait, kickdown. Okay, most of them are actually from other countries. Okay. I forgot if like CDGs can actually kick down or not, but yeah. So what I'm seeing is that like half of the videos that I'm coming across, they did specify the sensor top on Topodin, and then another half of the videos they didn't really specify anything. So now let's take a look at something else. And the same thing is true. Like most of the kickdowns that you see from Citaros, I mean this one is not a kickdown, but most of the videos that you're seeing is actually from not from Singapore. I don't know what's happening to like YouTube search, but like it's quite terrible. But yeah, at least for Citaro, I'm thankful that no one actually tries to clickbait with like the whole kickdown and stuff like that. I mean in Singapore. Because all that I'm seeing right here are actually Citaros from other countries, as I've said before. So that's actually a good thing. Okay, this one is wrong. I've already said that Citaros do not kick down, so yeah, already one mistake here. Why why Citaros cannot kick down. It got eco tune, down tune, stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's about it. Ooh, look at this. Historic video. I love this. But all in all, like kickdown is just more of like a clickbait term when it comes to like Wrights and Citaros. I mean, instead of using downshifting and stuff like that, they want the video to be more they wanted to attract more attention. That's why they put the kickdown there. There is also one more unrelated quick thing that I want to address is that like I think I've addressed that before because I was making a video about like the whole correcting people about their bendy bus knowledge, and then one of them wasn't really too happy, and then they wrote like an entire post. I've actually read that post before, but I don't know what's the matter with them, but they decided to like comment their entire post on uh one of my videos comment section, and because he posted links, they actually got automatically filtered out. So I can post links, but to deter people from like those spam bots and stuff like that, I actually disabled links in my comment section. So that comment got filtered out, but it is just a complete copy of his community post. Personally, I don't think you actually need to like come up with this kind of like really overly formally written apology. Like it's not needed. I'm just merely like correcting your content without like offense or anything. So yeah, as I've said, like the reason why I don't really want to like respond to that matter is because the more I respond, the more they are gonna think like, oh, I probably have something against them, when I just said no. You just need to like get your facts right and work on your content. That's what I'm trying to say. And because of that, I choose not to pursue the matter. That's all. Just in case any of you are wondering. So the thing is, I have seen that post. The way it was like written, it was like kind of off because it was like overly formal and organization like the tone and stuff like that. I do know the message though. Yeah, I do understand what you're trying to say. It's just that like I just feel there is really no need to come up with like a really formally written apology for something so trivial like a reaction video. That's all. Cause what I've said to him is that like I mean the next time you make such videos, at least try to fact check your stuff before like posting it. Otherwise, you're gonna get like even bigger backlash next time.